My name is Alison Fulton. My husband is the most powerful man in this country, President Nolan Reed. And today, I'm alone in a hospital bed in so much pain it feels like I'm dying.
Ma'am, has your emergency contact arrived yet? We need a signature for the surgery consent form.
He's busy. I clutch my phone and call my husband again and again.
Sorry, the subscriber you dialed cannot be connected for the moment.
But no one answers. Then I see it with my own eyes.
And he's gently accompanying another woman to a prenatal appointment.
Don't be nervous, Holly. I'm here.
That woman is Holly Pearson, Nolan's mistress.
I felt the world crumble beneath me, the betrayal a physical blow. I dragged myself through surgery and returned to the presidential residence late that night. What waits for me is not an explanation, but divorce papers.
Sign them. Holly is pregnant. Step aside for now, and after the baby is born, we'll talk.
I look at him, and the last 3 years feel like a joke. I stand by you through your lowest years and help you get here. And now you ask me to step aside for your mistress?
Allison, don't make this difficult for me.
I stare at the pen for a long moment.
I pick it up and sign, because I finally understand that holding on to a man who does not love me is stupid. He slides a bank card towards me as compensation, but I throw it straight into the trash. I signed. We're done. From this moment on, there is nothing left between us.
The second the words leave my mouth, I hear high heels outside. Holly is here. I have barely signed the divorce papers when Holly walks into the presidential residence like she already belongs there. Sorry to interrupt, but Nolan wouldn't let me stay alone. You're not welcome here. Very soon, I'll be the woman standing beside him. She looks at me with a smug smile, trying to provoke me. 3 years by Nolan's side, and in the end, you still get pushed out. Her words were meant to break me, but they only fueled a fire I didn't know I had. I raise my hand and slap her hard across the face. Nolan! Nolan rushes over and shields Holly.
Alison, have you lost your mind?
Yes, you drove me here. I watch him shield Holly, and the last light in my eyes goes out. In that moment, the man I married was truly gone. I stop arguing, I stop crying, I straighten my back and walk away. Outside, rain crashes down, and I walk straight into it, alone, with a fever and a fresh wound. The rain comes down hard. My whole body is cold, and the road ahead starts to blur, but I keep walking, because I no longer have a home.
Alison!
I hear Derek Flynn call my name. He is Nolan's most trusted vice president. I think I'm about to hit the ground hard, but in the next second, someone catches me. Then a long black sedan screeches to a stop through the rain. A commanding man rushes out.
Move!
He gathers me into his arms, trembling like he's found something precious he lost a long time ago.
I'm Simon Lawson, Crown Prince of Flessidia. She's my dear sister, missing for 20 years.
I hear those words right before my consciousness slips away. For the first time in my life, someone is this furious because of me. When I open my eyes again, my life is about to be rewritten. When I wake up, I'm lying in a luxurious hospital room.
You're awake?
Simon places a DNA report beside my hand, then takes out a yellowed family photo.
You're the Princess of Flesnia, missing for 20 years. I'm your brother.
That's impossible.
We searched for you for years. Our father and mother never gave up. And we still couldn't find you all these years. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that alone.
He holds his phone out to me.
I just transfer a billion to you. Spend it however you like. If it's not enough, tell me.
In 3 years at the presidential residence, I never even got a wedding. And now someone wants to hand me the world just because I'm his sister. Before I can process all of this, the hospital room door is shoved open. Nolan is here. I'm still trying to process the fact that I am a princess when Nolan storms into the room.
Allison, come back with me.
For what? To watch you and Holly play the doting couple? He walks toward me, reaching out to take me away. But this time, I don't give in. I lean against the headboard and press my foot against his chest. Mr. President,
keep the hands that touched your mistress away from me. Nolan freezes.
He never expected me to treat him like this. For the first time, I felt no pain looking at him, only a cold, liberating disgust.
Do you really have to speak to me like this?
Then how should I speak to you? You want me to wait for you, trust your promise, only to be dumped by you again?
I told you, it was temporary. I didn't mean to.
I don't want you anymore. I look at the shock in his eyes and feel nothing but irony. Now he's finally panicking. Too late. Just then, the hospital room door opens again. Holly walks in.
Alison, don't do this. Nolan came here himself. Just go back with him. She sounds like she's trying to make peace, but the triumph in her eyes is impossible to hide. It won't be easy for you to recover out there alone. And I don't want people saying I'm the reason you left. Don't flatter yourself.
Holly's smile freezes on her face. Nolan still refuses to leave and even tries to take me by force. In the next second, I press the call button.
Someone,
What happened?
kindly escort this trespassing president and that pregnant mistress of his out of my room. Whoever handles it cleanly gets $100,000.
Alison, how can you do this? Why can't I? This is my room.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me. The royal guard step forward and seize Nolan without hesitation. 2 more guards move toward Holly. Her face turns pale and she instinctively tries to hide behind Nolan. Throw them out. Moments later, Nolan and Holly are both escorted out of the room. Outside, Derek leans against the wall, openly amused.
Mr. President, how does it feel to be thrown out by your ex-wife?
Beside him, Holly's face darkens from the humiliation I've dealt her.
But just as when I need some peace for myself, Derek shows up with a revelation that rocks me to my core. He tells me my adoptive parents' deaths were never an accident.
Derek places a file in front of me.
This is a complete copy of your divorce filing and a confidential file on Holly's father.
Wilson Pearson.
Wilson Pearson is Holly's father and a wily old fox in business to boot.
That's right. He's a business tycoon, a philanthropist, the polished face of high society, and very possibly the man responsible for your adoptive parents' deaths.
My fingers tighten instantly. Are you saying the plane crash that killed them wasn't an accident?
Yes. And after that, the Pearson family took control of all their valuable assets.
Where's the proof?
I found a few things. The rest, you'll have to dig up yourself.
I can tell Derek isn't helping me out of pity. He wants to use me to bring down the Pearsons and use their fall to claim Nolan's power.
Alison, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Shall we work together?
My broken marriage and the bitter truth behind my adoptive parents' deaths together stoke my rage.
Fine. I want every debt they owe me repaid, one by one. Simon's people quickly bring me everything that happens inside the presidential residence. After I have her thrown out of my hospital room, Holly clearly has no intention of letting it end there. She knows that the moment she loses Nolan, she loses everything. So she stages her next act immediately. She grips the banister and deliberately takes each step slowly. In the next second, she tumbles all the way down.
Nolan! Help me!
Nolan rushes over and catches her.
Alison had me thrown out of the hospital room earlier. I twisted my ankle back then, and that's why I fell down the stairs just now. It doesn't matter if I'm hurt. I'm only worried about the baby.
She cries while clinging to Nolan desperately. But exhaustion appears on Nolan's face. He carries her to her room and calls for a doctor.
Not long after, he drifts into the study. He opens an old photo album filled with photos of me. Just as Nolan begins to waver, he receives a message.
But I never sent that message. This is Holly's doing.
Alison, have you lost your mind?
Burning with rage, he dials my number immediately.
But I'm not the one who answers. Who is this?
Now, put Alison on the phone.
The moment you threw her away, you lost any right to interfere in her life. Bother her again, and I'll make sure you never reach her again.
The line goes dead. Nolan's face turns livid.
He immediately orders an investigation into where I am. But very soon he realizes someone powerful is shielding me. He can't find out where I am.
The next day, Simon takes me to a place I never expected.
Simon takes me to a building that looks completely ordinary from the outside, but the moment the elevator doors open, I'm staring at a top-secret intelligence command center.
This is
Your new toy.
The screen suddenly lights up. Highly classified files from several countries appear. and every file is authorized under one single code name, Sage X.
Welcome back, dear sister. Your kingdom is waiting for you to claim it.
I stare at that code name, and something inside my chest slowly begins to burn. Nolan thinks he threw away a worthless wife. What he doesn't know is that the person he let go is also the one who can place him on a throne, or drag him down from it.
After leaving the intelligence center, Simon leads me to another place, one that leaves me utterly stunned. It's an underground private security vault. There is an entire wall of weapons. Handguns, sniper rifles, and even the latest ballistic gear.
Pick what suits you.
I glance around and choose the least conspicuous items. A compact pistol, a steel hairpin, and a ballistic evening dress.
That's it?
It's enough. I'm not planning to bring down the West Wing.
Simon smiles and hands me a car key, trying to make up for my suffering.
The pink sports car in the garage is yours.
But before I can adjust to my new role, I receive news. Tomorrow is Nolan's grandfather Memorial Day. Nolan's grandfather is the only person in that family who ever treated me with kindness. So on the anniversary of his death, I have to go.
You still want to go back there? Have you forgotten what they did to you?
I'm going to settle the score with them. Simon stays silent for a few seconds, then finally nods.
I'll send men with you.
No. I can handle it by myself. The next day, I drive to the cemetery alone. The moment I pull up at the entrance, my pink sports car immediately draws attention. The security captain walks over, his eyes full of malice.
Out of the car. You're being screened.
I know Holly set this up. She wants me humiliated in front of everyone. The security captain deliberately escalates things and demands an invasive manual screening.
It's protocol. No exceptions. Not even for people tied to the president.
I have nothing to do with the president anymore. The second the words leave my mouth, a sharp laugh cuts in behind me. The woman walking toward me is Alita Reed, Nolan's spoiled and vicious younger sister. Isn't this my dear sister-in-law who got thrown out? Nice car. Who did you steal it from? Are you done? If you are, move. She reaches for me and I shift aside. She crashes onto the ground, scraping her knees. The security captain charges at me. I don't dodge. I wait for him to come closer. The baton swings down towards me. I turn my head aside, pull the steel pin from my hair, and drive it straight through his palm. He screams. The baton slips from his hand and hits the ground. Blood drapes from his hand.
You're insane!
I raise the steel pin and point it at her, making sure she understands the warning.
Want to try me?
Aliyah stumbles back in panic. Just then, several cars pull up at the cemetery entrance. Nolan and Holly step out one after another.
What is going on here?
Allison, how can you hit people like this?
I look at her indignant depression let out of a cold laugh. Bringing your mistress to your grandfather's grave, Nolan? Do you really think this is appropriate? Holly throws herself into Nolan's arms at once, sobbing dramatically.
Nolan, I'm scared. She might kill me.
Nolan shields her and looks up at me.
Alison, today is my grandfather's Memorial Day. Do you really have to turn it into a scene?
A scene? Am I the one making one, or are you? You bring your pregnant mistress to your grandfather's grave. Don't you think it's ridiculous? I would use his own grandfather's memory to show him the depth of his disrespect. I walk toward him and confront him about what he has done. Your grandfather valued family honor above all else. What he hated most was betrayal. I watch Nolan fall silent and turn towards Alfred's headstone. I crouch before Alfred's headstone and place the flowers I brought on it. Hey, Alfred. I'm here to see you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect the dignity you gave me. I rise and turn to look at Nolan. But I won't let them walk over me without paying the price. This was a promise to Alfred and to myself. I walk up to Holly, and she instinctively shrinks behind Nolan.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
I reach out and close my hand around her throat, making sure she remembers her lesson. What are you afraid of? I'm not going to kill you, but I can turn your life into a living hell. I let go, and Holly collapses to the ground, gasping for air. Nolan reaches for me, and I shake him off and leave the cemetery. After leaving the cemetery, I don't go straight back to the estate. I drive to the presidential residence instead. Noel is in a closed-door policy session with senior advisors and several key lawmakers. He wanted to keep his private life and public duties separate.
I raise my foot and kick the door open. Dead silence fills the room. Everyone turns to look at me.
I ignore them. I drag Holly in by the throat. Mr. President, let me help you deal with your private mess. The meeting, trapped in a stalemate, is thrown completely off balance. Several attendants who are still wavering make their calls in a rush. Nolan's face turns dark, but my interruptions end up pushing his stalled bill over the line. News that the bill moves forward spreads quickly. Everyone says I accidentally helped Nolan. Actually, I did that on purpose. I wanted to show them that his greatest liability was the woman he chose over me. I want everyone to see that Nolan can't even handle his own private affairs. They shouldn't place any trust in his judgment. When I come out of the residence, Derek's car is waiting for me.
Alison, that was quite a show.
Spare me. I'm in on what you proposed.
What proposal?
The alliance.
And he smiles.
Derek's eyes light up.
Well then, I have a gift for you.
The next day, he sends me a package file. The title reads, Holly's Prenatal Records.